So, welcome back. You know what I mean, to my beautiful program. Now, isn't it ironic, the first electric guitar that I've got to feature after Strat months, actually what they term super Strat, man. And this is a super Strat. I picked this up at flea market the other day, and it cost me $5. And it was a guitar that I always wanted. I was like, and it was one of those cloudy days. It looked like rain. I was like, I'm not going to go to flea market. I'm going to go to flea market. I'm not going to go. I'm going to go. And I went. I got awesome guitar. This guitar right here, man. This is an Ibanez Roadstar 2 from 1984. That's the guitar that Marty McFly played with the pinheads in Back to the Future, man. He had like the standard Strat setup. I believe he had 3 single coils. You know what I mean? But this is an 84. This is like a custom model. It's weird. It's got 24 frets. And it's been raped of all of its pickups. You know what I mean? It's trim. You know what I mean? And all of its everything, man. It's been raped, man. But it's got the original body. It's got the original electronics. It's got the headstock, man. It's got some strange features. I think it was, like I'm saying, a custom job, man. So I'm going to put some, like, weird stuff on here to make it even weirder for the people, but happy for Bobby G, man. Because that's the way we roll, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make yourself happy. Everybody else, you know what I mean? They come secondary. Please yourself. Unless you have kids, you know what I mean? Then they come first, man. Always think of it that way. Anyway, I'm going to put this guy in the slab. We're going to track down the elusive parts from this beautiful Ibanez. We're going to tell you a little bit about it. We're going to show you some pictures. We got all kinds of fucking evidence and shit, man. You know me, man. I'm an evidentiary guy. So I'm going to flip you around. We're going to take a look at this guy together, man. Together. I love you. Peace. Peace, man. There it is. Pretty as a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think what we're looking at here, I'm certain what we're looking at here, is an Ibanez Roadster 2, around about 1985-86. It's originally a 530 black, so I mean RS530BK. Oh, you know, that's Bobby G. Well, these usually have, like, you know what I mean, the headstock was the same color as the body. But this is a special order because they usually had like a Pro Rocker trim. And you knew it had Pro Rocker trim because it had a big hole here. And it had like a strange sort of, big flat space here for the nut. Because it had like its own nut system too. Pro Rocker trim system, I believe it was called. This is just the Floyd Rose. You can tell it's just straight Floyd Rose, you know what I mean? It's got the 2 Floyd Roses. Floyd Rose, it had EMG pickups. You know what I mean? It had the pro grip knobs. These are all, this doesn't belong there. It was black. It had black and it had red binding. Hey, did you know it had red binding, Bobby G? That's what they did, man. You know what I mean? The black had red binding. You can even see, you know what I mean, that red binding. You can see it peeking through here. Wherever we're nicked up, you can see it pretty well. You know what I mean? I think there's another space that you can see it even better. Over here somewhere. I think it's over here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's on the back. I don't know, man. Anyway, man, so it was black with the red binding. Gary Moore had one with the Pro Rocker trim. All black hardware was the original incarnation. Now the back side looks like this was being refinished at the time. Well, you know, it's being refinished at the time and abandoned. How do you know that, man? See that? Didn't even put the, you know what I'm saying, strap buttons back on there, man. Now this is probably the original models from 84. You know, it had like the Star Trek ones. You know what I mean? Star Trek. You see a little bump here somewhere, man. So this is being refinished, I think, in 2 separate pieces. You know what I'm saying? And then just sort of put together quickly for sale. 500 series because of the 24 frets. You know what I mean? Frets weren't that bad, actually. Not too bad, people. It was missing the neck plate, missing everything. It's got all the electronics on. Electronics look to be, and it's got the original everything. You know what I mean? There's a little cap and everything. Looks good, man. Looks good. You can see it's been refinished. Even a little bit of mud cracking here. You know what I mean? From the thick layers of paint on it, man. Kind of weird because this sort of, you know what I mean, airbrush kind of thing. It's very Ibanez, you know. In 85, 86, they said they had a white one. I'll show you some pictures. Because I got all my evidentiary shit lined up for you, man. This is a Marty McFly type guitar, man. I want to be straight on. You know what I mean? I don't want the Libyans to find out that I'm fooling with you, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got a thing in my mind what I want to do. You know what I mean? I got the parts on order, man. You know what I mean? I want to do like a Marty McFly like tribute. You know what I mean? And he had, you know what I mean, a chrome, you know what I mean, Pro Rock. I'm going to get a chrome Floyd Rose, like an Ibanez style Floyd Rose. Or, you know what I mean, a fake one. You know what I mean? Because the Ibanez style Floyd Rose, I think Musically actually has that. Music Lily has that. And they had like a chrome nut too, so I'm going to get those 2 chrome parts and chrome tuners also. The Marty McFly had the 440, RS530BK, man. That's basically just like the Strat setup, you know what I mean, with 3 Strat, I believe they were bore pickups, some kind of hot rails on the Marty McFly one, man. Regular barrel jack, I'm going to get a chrome barrel jack to the Marty McFly. I have a set on order from an 86 Roadster. Yeah, it's right after they got rid of their like little Star Trek looking boomerang strap buttons, but alas, they're like 50, 60 bucks for a set of them. I got like one from an 86 one when they went to like the, looked like the Goto style, you know what I'm saying? And that was only like $8 on Reverb, man. But they're real Ibanez part. Now, I originally was ordering a, you know what I mean, like an Ibanez branded Floyd Rose, you know, copy. You know, when I first picked this thing up in the flea market, but there was all kinds of problems, man. I got it in. It was like fake, you know what I mean? It wasn't even real, man. It wasn't even a real tailpiece, man. It was like some kind of, you know what I mean, scam, man. I got scammed. I got burned, man. So I got another one I ordered, man, a Musically one, man. We'll talk about that later, man. We'll talk about it when it comes in, man. This looks like all the finish was sanded off of it. You know what I'm saying? Looks like all the finish was sanded off of it. Like top coat, you know what I'm saying? To make it like a dull sort of, you know what I mean? Like a matte. You know what I'm saying? Got like all that like clear coat off of it, you know what I'm saying? Good frets though, man. Good frets. Playwear. A nice meaty jumbo frets left, man. Rosewood needs some air, man. So let's disassemble this. Let's take this thing off. I'm not going to refinish this. I could easily, you know what I mean, scrape, you know what I mean, just paint it off and refinish it, but it looks nice. Kind of like that. I don't like this. I saw Donovan the Stone Pony. I hung out with him actually after the show. I don't know, about 20 years ago. And he had a guitar that was just shady green, man. I always think of Donovan when I see a guitar that color, man. You're a peaceful soul, man. I hung with him after the show, man. He's peaceful as hell, man. Shook his hand. You know what I mean? Talked about some old shit from the 60s, man. I don't know if he remembers me, man, but that was a blessed night for me, man. Anyway, I want to put some black hardware in here, you know, black EMGs, you know what I mean? Black knobs on here. You know what I mean? We'll leave this little switch. I have a barrel jack, so we'll put that in there. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all our plans, you know what I mean? All our plans have been solidified, man. So, you know, I'm going to show you some pictures and evidence right now. And then we'll, you know, come back after we're all disassembled. You got that, man? I don't want to get you confused. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to confuse anybody. I just want you to have some peace, man. I'm going to go back in time, man. So I want you to look after yourself. Peace be with you. I'm going to show you some pictures right now. Picture time. Just like the factory issue, man. That's the RS530BK. See the red binding around the side there, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'll zoom in. I want you to get like, you know, a special courtesy view of this instrument. See that red binding? You know what I'm saying? Look at it. Look at it. And take a look at this Pro Rocker trim. In case you ever see one in the street. That's the Pro Rocker trim. I'll zoom in even further. Even further so you get it right in your face, man. It leaves a big hole, though. Ours is definitely Floyd Rose, man. Look at the nut. Look at that rare nut, man. It's kind of like the same idea, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's the Marty McFly nut, man. Marty, let me see your nut. I'm not going to do this, though. I see a lot of people 80s and that like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take that end and cut it off right there where it's all thick to stick it in the Floyd Rose. I hate the Floyd Rose, man. Hate it. Hate it. Anyway, man. Really lucky charms.
Yeah, well, you're talking about me Lucky Charms. That's Gary Moore, man. His favorite, one of his favorite guitars in the 80s. There it is right there, man. Just what we were looking at, man. Just what we were looking at. I'm going to zoom in, man. I would give you the courtesy. You're looking at me Lucky Charms. You're looking at me Lucky Charms. See the red binding? You know what I'm saying, man? He's bound that red binding. He's got the Marty McFly, man. You know what I'm saying? Here you are, Gary Moore. Whiskey in the gyro. Whiskey in the gyro. Now, there was a red version that had like a, reversed, man. See, but it had like a little gold. See, a little bit of gold in there. Look at that. There's gold in our hills. Look at those weird knobs, too. The serrated knobs. See the little serrated, you know what I'm saying? Kind of expensive, man. Kind of expensive. We just have to make do with regular Telecaster style knobs, people. There's the Pro Rocker from another angle. Another angle in the Pro Rocker. Now, here's kind of like our guitar in that sort of layout. This is the Floyd Rose on it, you know what I'm saying? Just like, we're going to do, man. We're going to get the Ibanez style Floyd Rose, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get one of these little bars, man. See that? It's all Floyd Rosed out, man. I've never seen a black one, though. I've never, ever seen a black one. Only the red one, and also I've seen a white one and the special, like I think this is, what's this called? Like Oyster Burst or something like that. White Oyster Burst. And see, when I saw this, you know what I mean, on that guitar, I was like, ooh, that's original. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See how the curtains and the drapes match, people? Floyd Rose, though. See that? Floyd Rose. You know what I'm saying? This one actually has a specialty humbucker pickup in there as opposed to the two EMGs, man. G is in money. Marty! The Libyans! So listen to me, man. Marty McFly. He played a 440. BK, of course. His was black. Like the Strat layouts. Hot rails on there, man. And his one was like, I guess, a late 84. Had those boomerang Star Trek looking strap buttons. You see that, man? Boomerang, Marty! High density aluminum. 7.9 gigawatts. He's got the Marty McFly tremolo because he's Marty McFly. Hey, Doc, man. I'm Marty McFly, man. Here's the pinheads, man. Look at this drummer, man. Hey, man. Kurt Cobain was my roommate, man. I used to sell him heroin. I don't know if he sold him heroin, dude. Don't talk about the pinhead drummer like that, bro. You don't deserve that. See that, man? It's a gorgeous instrument, man. Marty, play that guitar. Buy it. Buy it. Dr. Brown, why did he have why did he like hanging out with children though, man? It's kind of weird, right? This is a teenage boy. He comes in my house. Plays my amplifier when I'm not around. Takes care of Arnie and my Arnie. You're just too damn loud. You're too damn loud. And then you're too damn rich. And you're on too many damn movies. Listen to me, Huey. I love you, Lewis, man. You know what I'm saying? I love you, man. I think you're great. Anyway. Here's Marty's, McFly, you know what I'm saying, Stratocaster setup. This is his actual guitar, Marty. So we're going to do a Marty, man. We're going to do it like Marty did it. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a chrome, you know what I mean, Floyd Rose, chrome, you know what I mean, chrome tuner. That's what I want, man. That's what I want, man. The rest will keep all black, you know what I mean? Like Marty. Marty's got the black knobs and shit. What are you doing for you, Marty? This is for you, Marty. For Einstein. And for the Libyans. Fuck those Libyans. Fuck them.
Alright, so we got it disassembled. De-necked. One of the screws I was holding on because there was only two. Actually a sheetrock screw. The other screw looks like one of the original screws that was in there. Very nice. Very nice to know. So, anyhow... Anywho, the first thing we're going to want to do is electronics all set up. In order to do that, we need the pickups. So here are the pickups that I got from my friends in China. 40 EMGs. Delivered these things were here under 20 bucks. Not bad, man. They look very nice. Very nicely done. So I'm going to take these side screws out. I think I'm going to put the black ones in there. Put some black mounting screws, you know what I mean? Be cool. And I'm going to take all these screws here, see these screws here, and the screws for the cavity covers. 10 small number 2 screws. I'm going to take them outside. I'm going to paint them. So I'll see you when I'm out there. On the painting tip, man. Just a real quick of that. Right before we put these guys in, man, we're going to give this guy a nice coating of corn and apple wax, man. A little bit of mom's, man. You know I love my moms. I love my mom, man. So I'll see you outside, man. On the outdoor tip. Outdoorsman. Peace. Here in the great outdoors, we got all the little screws and stuff that we want to paint black stuck into a nice big thick piece of cardboard. Got our friend here, Mr. Lacure. He's a French friend. We're just gonna give him 2 or 3 coats. You know what I mean? Nice thick hardy coats. See when that's done. There we go, man. A nice 3 coats worth of that thick lacquer, man. So we're ready to go here. Start our electronic journey. We got a nice thick coat of butcher's wax on here. We did a little polishing. A little better inspection. It's not really that great a paint job. It's like that Bobby G grade, actually. But it looks pretty good. You know what I mean? My wife came down last night. She didn't even like my guitars at all. She's like, that's a beautiful guitar. And I was like, oh, she likes it. You know what I mean? I like it too. So anyway, let's work on this guy. Let's get the electronics popping. Here are our pickups. We have the black riser screws on there. Looking good. We got these screws all painted. So let's screw these on. Let's thread those wires through into the electronic cavity and connect them to the wires all ready in place. I'll see you there on the bench, people. See you on the bench. So we're got all the wires all over the place, man. Got the soldering gun all heating up. Got a barrel jack out of the parts drawer. Tested it. Looks like it still works. So let's stick that in there. You know what I mean? Let's get soldering. Bring it over to the tap test. I'll see you on the flip of that one. Wish me luck. In your heart. Please. Goodness. So I took it over to the tap test and it works. Both pickups work. Isn't that splendiferous? Let's cover these electronics up, man. Let's get some cavity covers rocking, man. Now, see, this thing's got a recessed cavity cover. Now, I bought a pre-made one off of the old Intro Networks. Doesn't fit in there because it's slightly too big. Slightly too big because this thing's got a bevel on it. I'll just knock that bevel off with some sandpaper. That'll fit right in. And these holes will line right up, man. So that's nothing to worry about. But this one, we have no cavity cover, man. We don't have one, man. We're naked. We don't have one. So we're going to have to make one. Because we don't want to buy one. So we're going to take a piece of paper, put it over here, right? Take a crayon, trace around that thing. I'll show you when it's done, man. You'll see what I mean. Give me a second. You just push it into the hole. And you just, you know what I mean? You can see the outline of the cavity cover. Now we got the shape, man. Let's cut that out carefully. Carefully. Alright, so I cut it out real carefully. I'll put it back on. Make sure it fit. Got the crayon out again. And I drew over where the holes were for the screws. So it left a little, you know what I mean, a little place. And I took a Sharpie and I made a note of where those holes were. So I'm going to take this wonderful piece of paper, my pattern, and I'm going to glue it to this. This is a piece of, you know what I mean? This is what they call guard material. And we're to glue it so the shiny side, you know what I mean, onto the, you know, we'll find a nice little place. We'll glue it, you know, where we use as little space possible with a little bit of craft bond. And then we're to run this guy through the scroll saw, try to cut it out as nice as possible. So I'll see it when we're all shaped up. After the scroll saw, we just, you know, got a lot of work to do, man. A lot of filing with files and sandpapers, all that fun stuff. But we'll see when this is done, man. Cut to the chase, Bobby G. Lots of toiling, but we got it down on there, man. Fits perfectly like a glove. Likewise with the trim cavity cover. You know what I'm saying, man? Excellent job, Bobby G. So what we're going to want to do before we pull off this plastic and this pattern is we're going to want to A, drill out these little holes, and B, give them a little countersink. So we'll see you once this is all connected, pected, man. See you in a moment. Oh, that looks so nice. So nice, so nice and new. We didn't screw this guy down because we don't have the tremolo in there yet. So let's do that, man. Let's put the parts of the tremolo that we can put in there. I hate Floyd Rose. Just want to let you know. Not a big fan of it, even though I met the man. Very nice fella. And just break up that package. I'll see you in the flip. Who's which? Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Oh, it's like glimmering. That's what we call the Ibanez style Floyd Rose. The musically licensed version, of course. And this was like 20 bucks on Amazon Prime. That was where the deal was. So I'm starting to fall away from eBay, people. It comes with everything. You know what I mean? It was in my hands within like 2 or 3 days of ordering it. Comes with a pick. A free pick for you, my friend. All trimmed up, man. All trimmed up, man. Sprung up too, man. Look what sprung up, man. Look what sprung up in my inbox. Let's screw this guy. Let's peel off this little sticker. And let's screw him down. One thing at a time, folks. I'll be right back at you. Yeah, look at that. It lines up perfectly. Everything lines up exactly perfectly. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? You know what I'm saying? Cavity covers can be very expensive on these kind of guitars, man. $5, we're just rolling on the line on this guitar, man. One more thing with the body before we move over to our neck friend. Knobs, man. Hey, you knob. You're missing. So I went on eBay, bought a bunch of, black, knobs. We call them Telecaster style with the set screw. Now the cheapest guy on there was like $1 knob, and everybody else was real expensive. It was not like it used to be, man. So I ordered 3, and I went to pay, and it says seller's not accepting bids from you. I was like, you fuck. That means that somewhere along the line I bought something off this guy, and it wasn't like he described it, and I, put a claim against him. Probably got my money back. That's why he didn't want to do business with me anymore, man. Fuck this American. He too smart. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to set up a second eBay account because this happened a couple times. So I have a second eBay account, just to, deal with my swindler Chinese merchant friends. And I bought them and they came in. I thought, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? Second chances, people. Set screw and everything. And I looked at the bottom of it. It's a fake set screw, man. It's a little grub screw. It's like, you know what I mean? Only as thick as this, the thing is. And the inserts was plastic. There's no hole in there. There's no hole in there, man. See that? No hole whatsoever. It's fake, man. Fake set screw knobs. So you know what my new profile did with this Chinese guy? I set a claim against him. And I got my money back. What's up, kid? Save $3. You know what I mean? Taught him a lesson. Let's slip these guys on. They look good. You know what I mean? A little tight. We'll get them on there. See after that's done. You know what I'm saying? A quick view. You know what I mean? Just to bask in the glory of the knob. See you in a moment. Beautiful. Look at that. Push, pull, pots, pushing, pulling. Flux capacitor, fluxing. You know what I mean? Let's go back to 1985, people. Let's work on that neck, people. And then we can say, look after ourselves. Peace be with us. So what about this fella? What about you, fella? Bad shape, man. Like I said before, the frets are still nice and jumbo, man. Still nice and groovy, man. Seems pretty straight. It doesn't seem to need any kind of serious adjustment. What about this, man? What about this, man? Some head drama, though, man. There's been some trauma to the drama, man. The noggins have been knocked, man. And unfortunately, the drama continues because every now and then, since I've had it, a little tiny piece has been falling off this guy, man. So it looks like, you know what I mean? It looks like there's some problem, man. So I'm going to take some tight band. And just, you know what I mean? Shore up this, you know what I mean? count my losses, sonny. So let's just rub some Type Bond in there. Like, you know what I mean? Minoxidil, man. Keep what we got and help us grow back what we lost. I'll see you after that, man. Peace. Alright, so we put some glue on all the problem areas and we let it dry. And it's nice and dry now. So I'm going to go into these little cracks and crevices and just smear a little plastic wood. You know what I mean? Smear a little bit of that powdery plastic wood in there. Just so it's not so fucking jagged. I don't want it to sand it, you know what I mean? I'll see when it's dry. The plastic wood is all dried, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking good, plastic wood. So now, let's seal this guy up. What are we going to use to seal with? Something simple. Something matte. Something easy. Right? A little bit of acrylic paint. Got black. Straight black. That's what this looks like. We'll put some in here too. We'll put some back here too. Just seal it up. Keep it nice for the people now that it's nice for the people. Alright? Now it'll be nice to the people. Yeah, so that's much better. You know what I'm saying? Much better. But if you see where we did touch it up, it's still like precariously matte. You know what I mean? Precariously matte. And these are like areas where it sort of gets a little bit of action. So it'll probably get worn off again eventually, even though acrylic paint's a lot stronger than you think, man. It's not just for posters, people. So I got this, man. Some acrylic sealer, man. Acrylic sealer, man. Matte. Mate. Oh, this is my mate. So we're going to go outside, spray this in the little dish. Take a little like sponge brush. Just kind of sponge it on those areas where we put some acrylic paint, man. You know what I'm saying? Carefully. Carefully and cautiously, people. Because we like to be cautious, man. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Now that's a new level of excellence. You know what I'm saying? It's protected. It's, you know what I mean? Looking great. And I'm shining a light on it. You know what I mean? If I'm over here, you know what I mean? Run for it, Marty! You know what I mean? Looks great. So, got a very, very slight forward bow. So let's correct that and give this guy a fret job. Frets, like I said, seem to be excellent. But you never know, man. You know what I mean? With the Floyd Rose, you know what I mean? I don't want to get that fucking thing set up and then have like a buzzing fret somewhere and have to unset it up and shit, you know what I mean? Because that's a pain in the fucking ass. So let's do these frets up real nice. You know what I mean? But let's be careful with that mineral oil. We don't want to get any of that anywhere near this matte thing going on. Because you're just going to ruin that whole scene, man. See this? I didn't notice this until just now. Look at that. A little hueco. We'll leave that though, man. Who gives a shit, man? Who gives a shit? Not the Libyans. Run forward, Marty! Alright. See when we're all necked up, man. Let's get naked. So there we go, man. All greased up. Frets are all nice now. Perfect. So let's wipe this grease off very carefully. Again, don't want to get any of that grease onto the matte action. Onto the matte, man. See you in a minute. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, just look at it. Look at it. No grease. Got no grease on the couch from my Soul Glow Dew. Look at that, man. Gorgeous. Gorgeous job, man. So now it's time to put on this nut. Or as we call it, a nert. I got this nert with the musically trim. Came with it, man. I needed one of these retainer bars, so I ordered a retainer bar. Came with a nut. There was a retainer bar on eBay for like $1 plus like $2 shipping or something like that from China. And then there was like for $3 total free shipping. There was like a retainer bar and the thing. You know what I'm saying? 2 for the price of 1. Anyway, man. So you know what I'm saying? Be wary of that shit, man. So now I got an extra nut. I got 2 nuts, yo. Here's some real deal Floyd Rose. I want to screw from the back. I don't want to, you know what I mean, mount it from the front like some kind of cheese ball. You know what I mean? Amateur parts caster. We're going to do it the right way, man. I got this directly from Floyd Rose himself, man.
Floyd Rose himself, man. I think I told this story a while ago. I don't remember which episode. But down by the Alaire Airport by me, there's like a little Floyd Rose office, warehouse, something. I don't know what the hell it is. I saw some online ad. You know what I'm saying? About some Floyd Rose parts, real cheap. You know what I mean? Well, I saw it was located near me. I was like, hey, can I pick that up, man? I already told the story. It's a repeat, man. But when I got there, you know, my order was ready. And I got from Floyd Rose. I saw a whole box of other shit. I was like, ooh, what's all this stuff, man? So I got a bunch of stuff, man. I gave Floyd money right out of my pocket, man. To Floyd Rose himself, man. Literally, man. Where's Bond? It was an honor meeting you, Floyd, but not a big fan of your tramp systems. He's a wonderful guy, though, man. So I'm using a real deal set of screws to get that nut on. Sometimes you have to actually, because I bought a whole bunch of this stuff off of Floyd himself, you know what I'm saying? These little components and screws and stuff. And I have like a whole bunch of you know what I mean, these rip-off sort of, you know what I mean, Chinese parts. And they're all metric and all Floyd stuff that I get him like American. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I mean, tap him out. So we might have to tap this guy out, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're right on the money, though. Because nowadays the Chinese are being very careful in their reproductions. So, I'll see you when we're all nutted out, man. Make my Floyd Rose friend proud. Let's be with you, Floyd. There it is. Looking pretty as a beaver skin. So the deal is, man, is these ones that are sold, you know what I mean, on eBay and AliExpress from China or whatever, they actually have no threads at all. These are not tapped out. They're really designed for, like, you know what I mean, a little sheet metal screw. You know, this actually only had one, man. Oh, and they didn't see package too good. Anyway, man, I don't care. I'm not even getting upset about that because we use old Uncle Floyd screws, man. They look like $1,000,000. You know what I mean? We just tapped that out. It's an M4 tap, so it is metric. And I got that from Floyd himself, man, out of his own fucking little collection of Floyd Rose shit, man. So anyhow, let's put the tuners on here. Now I want to bring you over here and explain about the tuners. I need a little bit more space. Hang on one second. The tuners that were originally on this particular instrument were just a basic, you know, shallow rip-off. I think it actually said Ibanez on it. Set of them was like $60-70 on eBay. You know what I'm saying? Reverb, roundabout, man. I'm not gonna pay that. I had a whole bunch of those shallow rip-offs that were the same size, same, you know what I mean, same affair. You know what I mean, in my parts drawer, but alas, I sold a whole bunch of them on eBay, and the rest of them that I had sitting around got consumed by Strat month. So I can open this up, man. We'll continue talking about what I have to say about the tuners that I purchased on AliExpress for like $8, $9, whatever it was, delivered. Now they have like a sort of like a Cluson butterbean button, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool, man. Which is kind of nice, man. So I'm just gonna take those buttons that I took off of, I believe the Fullerton model that we were doing. Actually put on like a black butterbean button on the Fullerton one. You know what I'm saying? And took these off. And these are the kind that are on the Ibanez. So I'll just, you know what I mean, re-swap them out, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we return to our birth. Alright, so let's do that, man. Peace be with you. Oh yes, people. Now we're seriously getting closer to 1985, man. Good old 1955. So listen to me. Let's put this retainer bar on. Alright? Put my braces back on, Ma. My teeth are hurting me. I'll see you in a moment. So now it's time to start talking about reuniting the family, man. This time the reunion is about to begin. Alright, so it's time to join these guys back up. I went on Reverb and eBay looking for a neck plate. I found a nice one from '85 that would have totally matched this guitar. but I couldn't get it. The guy wanted like 40 bucks, 50 bucks for it, you know, after shipping. This one I found a reverb. I think I paid $17 for it, man. It's from '83. It's from one of the first Roadsters. Even though, you know what I mean, this is a little bit, you know what I mean, out of the date range of this particular instrument. Who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? Add to the mystery. Now, the original Roadstars had, you know, gold hardware, and this one had a gold neck plate, but all the gold is worn off. A little bit of gold in the back still. Hey, my back's still gold. I got a gold in the back. But this one came with the original gasket. It came with the original screws. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It was a bargain. It was a bargain for $17. I'm going to take this guy outside real quick, just like we did with the screws earlier. Give it a paint. You know what I mean? Totally reversible. Spray paint. You know, the gold paint's already worn off. You know what I mean? So we're not damaging anything, man. We're restoring it. So let's go outside. Give this guy's paint. I'll see you there, man. See you there real quick. Quick one. We are back outside again. You remember this place, man. Just gonna give him a couple coats. That's our old friend, Mr. Lacure. We've been here before, people. See you when it's done. Just one coat on this guy. No need to make it too thick. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. Not bad at all. And you know what? I painted a neck plate, a metal neck plate from an import guitar from the 70s, 20 years ago. The same kind of paint. This shit has never even worn off, man. You know what I mean? And if it does wear off, you're just going to see that, you know what I mean? You know, the metal. So it's great, man. Did a good job, man. We're not going to bother painting these neck screws. It's going to look kind of cool. Let's connect, man. It's time to connect, man. The moment is here, man. It's time. See the moment. In a moment. Better than possibly expected, man. Better than possibly expected, man. You know what I mean? This guitar is just shaping out to be a shaper, man. Shaping up to be a shaper, man. Shaping up fine. So, got a couple more little tiny things, man. Get some strap buttons off of that 86 Roadstar. I think 440 maybe? This is right after the, you know what I mean? Went from the boomerang ones that I showed you in our little evidence presentation. You know what I'm saying? Got these, I think, for $8 total. Shipped. Reverb. Peace be with you. So let's put them on, man. They're pretty long, man. Long screw. I don't know if I want to even use that long screw. But I'll put them on. See you in a moment. There it is, people. Actually put like a little shorter screw. You know what I mean? Doesn't need to be that long. Looks great, man. Let's peel this little film off here. Get those strings on there. The arduous task of setting up the Floyd Rose, man. Oh, I'm going to put these nut sacks on, man. Little nut sacks in focus. All right. I'll see you at the glamour shots, people. And after the glamour shots, I'll say, look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. All right, man. Look at that. Oh. Now, I say that I hate setting up guitars with Floyd Roses. I don't really like even using guitars with Floyd Roses. But I love the look of it, man. Most of my favorite looking guitars, all have Floyd Roses, man. I don't know. One of those things, man. This is a hard guitar to sort of pound into shape. You know what I mean? Playability wise. And it wasn't really the Floyd Rose's fault. So the neck was a little, had like a weird kind of twist. A weird back bow right back here. So it needed a little bit of the spacer under the nut. And it needed a little shim. You know what I mean? Forward bow shim in the front there. Other than that, man, the thing has got butter. You know what I mean? It's like under 4/64. The action is just great, man. It sounds great, too. It looks great. And it's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous, man. You know what I'm saying? A 4-quart cry from that $5. You know what I'm saying? Piece of crap. That would hold off the flea market. Flea market fodder, man. Look at that, man. Just look at that gorgeous instrument, man. When I was walking around the flea market with it, my boy Billy, he called out with me. He's like, hey, man, that's a great looking guitar. He told me a story that he was doing some maintenance work at the Birch Hill. I believe it was the Birch Hill. Up in, what was that, South Amboy maybe? Where's the Birch Hill? I forget. Around about there. And he said this was back in, I guess, the late 80s or early 80s, something like that, mid 80s. Some kind of 80s time. And he said that Steve Vai was actually playing there that day, and he was sound checking. And he said he had a guitar very similar to this. And I think he was being sponsored by Ibanez at the time. And like, I think he gave the dude like, you know what I mean, or sold the dude's like partner on Ibanez very similar to this. That was the story he told. I don't know if it was true, man. It's a story I heard at the flea market, so I'm passing it on to you, man. You should be glad you heard it, man. Because it's a rarity, man. Anyhow, Steve Vai, Gary Moore, Marty McFly, Bobby G, man. Here's my big shot, man. My big time at the bigs, man. I'll warble a couple notes to you and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But I have to say right now, look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. So there it is, folks. The Ibanez RS530BK. Formerly BK, actually. Not BK no more. Begs the question to be answered, though. The question is, if you alter a guitar, does that officially change the designation of the guitar? Or does it just become like an altered BK? I don't know. That's for you to decide. Not for me to decide, for you to decide. And you to think about. All in good fun, though, Earth angel, will you be mine? My darling dear, love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's really cool sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. Hey man, wash your hands, man. Especially you, Huey Lewis. You're just too damn loud. Peace be with you, man. And the Penguins, and the Platters, whoever that was, Earth Angel, man. Cadillacs, I don't know who the hell that was. Forget. Wash your hands if you're still alive, man. And remember, run for it, Marty! Run for it, Marty!